Okay, so voice exercises. Uh, they are very important for both singing and for speaking because, like as you talk, your voice will naturally like make inflections. And it's important to have those to have like a natural sounding voice. Otherwise, you're just talking at like one specific pitch and it just sounds weird. It sounds unnatural. It's hard for me to force it, but you get the gist. Um, and so vocal exercises help with strengthening all like notes through your range of speaking and of singing. Um, like when I first started transitioning, that was the summer of Chapel Roan, and she was going super mega viral. She was fantastic. Um, and I couldn't sing Red Wine Supernova. Like it was just simply not possible for me to sing that. And then it was a little bit after Chapel Roan summer, but like one of my big like voice training moments was like being able to sing that song, um, the chorus, like the whole thing. Um, but anyways, back to voice exercises. So to make a note, your vocal cords have to vibrate at a specific strength, a specific, pitch. Um, and that's something that you have to train mentally and physically because, like you have to know what you're looking for in a note and you have to be able to produce the note. And so um, it's really great mentally to just like do these vocal exercises because that'll let you know like where your weak points are. And then you can keep going back to those and strengthening up holes in your range because there'll just naturally be some notes that are just awkward, especially as the voice breaks and like separates between falsetto and chest voice. Um, but yeah, so the most basic type of chord is just, the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And then you just go down. Um, so, you're going to want to start low, probably at like a do. And then, you go do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And the T there was like a little weaker. It was a little more awkward. I didn't, I had to like put more energy into it when I started making it because it's just weaker. Um, but the thing, with chords is that you just keep going up and up. So after you do do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, and you can jump around a bit like do, mi, so, mi, do, so, la, ti, do. Um, and then you go up a little bit like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And I don't know if you heard it, but that la and ti were not great. They're not very strong. Clearly, I have more practice to do. I don't do a whole lot of these anymore just because like my voice did lock in and, I got lazy. I'm pretty happy with the way things are now. But, there's always room for improvement. Um, and so what I would do is I would just, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Okay, then a step above that is do, re, mi, fa, sol. I don't know if you heard, but I changed voices there. You have your chest voice and your falsetto. It's hard to. I'm not a choir teacher, unfortunately. Like the only way I can explain this is just like you have to know based on like the feeling um, of like the muscles in your throat. But like when you're in falsetto, which I think I am in right now, like it's sort of just like tightens. It's like tightening of the muscles, and um, it prevents like the full resonance of your vocal cords from. It prevents the full vocal cords from resonating, and so some things will sound different in chest voice versus falsetto or like head voice, um, even though it's the same note. So like do is falsetto and do is chest voice. And you can tell I'm speaking in chest voice because there's a lower edge. I mean, there's like a little downward after every note. It just sort of, there's another like lower echo. And so speaking in falsetto means that you have a little less of that. Um, anyways, this feels like I've been rambling, but yeah, like there is a science. There's a science to voice training. Um, it takes practice, and it takes you know you gotta let your give your muscles time to heal and stretch and grow. It's it's not as simple as just forcing yourself to. You have to tire out your voice, and it's gonna be sore. You're gonna hit notes and it's gonna sound awful, especially if you're just starting out. But the finished product of just slowly going through your whole range, um, inch by inch, um, help helps you figure out where your weak points are, and you know I would say just keep trying. Just like keep coming back to that note, keep trying. Doing scales is really helpful for making sure you know which notes you're trying to hit. And so, like there's a lot more intentionality behind it rather than just like talking and hoping for the best. Because that just didn't work out for me. Okay, next video. Voice resetting your brain. That's the next video.